Hello, everyone. This is David with Mental Health for Cats. And I call it that because cats have a psychic or brain similar to ours. Not quite like ours, but yet it's similar. All animals dream. We don't think they do because it's not like what we used to see, but yet they do. They remember their owners from years past. They remember them. And they dream about all these terrible things that's happened to them. And part of their mental health is trying to talk to you, let you know what they're wanting. They're just like anything else. They have their things that they like to do. Some of the things can get them in trouble. Some of the things can't. Sometimes I find my cat hissing at other cats and widely wagging his tail and getting ready to fight, even though I keep it so she can't fight. There's always some type of barrier, some way of protecting her. But I have noticed that she's purring the whole time. She likes the interaction of knowing that there's others. But more than that, she loves to know that she's protected no matter what. She got lost once without me, and it took her a couple of days to find her way back. And since then, she follows me everywhere, and that's fine. It's like a little 2 year old or 3 year old child, following mama all around, or someone they really admire from all around, brother and sister from room to room, won't leave them alone. But that's okay. That's her way of telling me she wants to feel safe with me. So I can open my door now and she'll sit right there at the door edge, looking all around, unless there's something that jumps out to where she wants to chase it. She'll sit there all day long and won't go outside. And that's just her way of saying, well, this is her area, this is her safe place. She can see outside, she's free to come and go, but if this is what she chooses to do. And in that choice, it lets me know that she's talking to me. She's letting me know that her little antics that she's doing by sitting in front of the door is letting me know that she's not going to stray from my side. And that got me to thinking there's lots of different ways that animals communicate to each other, but they're used to it and they know what to look for. Simple things like moving an ear one direction or another, forwards to back, um, up, down, side. We know that a dog gets a certain look and cocks his ear a certain way, and you know that he's got a curious streak about him. Well, a cat does the same thing. She can take and pull her ears down and barely put them to the side and look at you with squinting eyes, look like she's about to cry. And all that's in her eyes is pure love. That's all she's saying is, I love you. There's lots of things that a cat does that are just like any other feline out in the wild. You ever watch Lion in the Wild and the Cubs, or wildcats, bobcats, or feral cats raising their young? What their young does Not what the parents does, but what the young do. Cause these kittens are little animals. They display certain antics, and it's not all about play. There's a purpose in everything that they do. One of the things they do, and you say, well, they like to clean themselves, always looking themselves. It's not about cleaning as per se as you think they are. There are three things happening when a cat licks itself. First thing it's doing, especially when they're licking around the face, licking the paws, bringing the paws up to the face, is they're bringing that smell, that collective odor and information from their face down to their nose and to their mouth. That's the reason why they're doing that. The second is they're not trying to groom themselves as much as they are trying to cool themselves down. You can imagine walking around in summertime with a hot fur coat on and lying in the sun and you getting all hot and everything. You need to cool yourself down. But one of the ways they cool themselves down is by licking their fur. That opens up the fur and less air in, but also it cools it down different places here and there. And third thing they're doing is they're getting your scent and accepting it. Now, you know about the face, bringing the odors and everything down. That's bringing those odors off of there into their mouth. But when they're grooming themselves, a lot like they're grooming themselves, what they're doing is taking all that smell and scent that they have on them about you to them so they know more about you. I mean, they know more about you and your antics than what you could ever think. And that's from just looking there and cleaning themselves, as you would call it. But there's lots of things that cats do to communicate to you. Now, I said one time that cats have obsessive compulsive disorder. That means simply this: they like to keep everything the same way. Even though they get curious about other things, they still want to keep everything the same way. They don't want it to change. You have a routine of when you feed them, and they'll keep to that schedule regardless you're there or not. They're there ready to eat. It's good sometimes to mix that feeding time up, not to disrupt them, but to intrigue them, get them going. It's like in playing with their toys. There's a purpose behind all of that. They're not doing it for learning to kill and stuff like that. They're doing it for your observation. They want you to know that they're there to protect you and this is what they can do. Ever hear the people that said that, well, she killed a rat and brought it and dropped it at my feet? It's doing that to let you know this is what I've done for you. I do this for you. When they're sitting in the window looking outside, they're to you. We've all seen that thing where the kid's outside playing and the dog comes up, going to attack the kid, and all of a sudden the cat jumps out and claws the dog to pieces. That's a cat. This is what they do. This is who they are. And if you take time and watch what happens in the wild, what kittens do there, you'll understand what your cat does now. By doing this, your cat will love you. Learn to listen to your cat and talk to your cat the same way they talk to you. Y'all have a good evening. Hope that you're enjoying this and you get something from it. Thank you. Bye bye.